Yesterday I made $1,000 in one single day through my business. And I'm not sharing this to show off. I'm not sharing this to try to flex. I'm sharing this because I want to share how I feel. I want to share the knowledge that I've gained, what I had to do to get this kind of money, to get to this point. And yeah, I didn't make $10,000 in one day. I'm not a millionaire. I'm not rich. But I work for myself. And I have a business that makes me money. I live on my own terms. And what I had to do to get there, the sacrifices I had to make, I want to share with y'all exactly what you have to do to make it. Because in the past, I tried to create businesses. I tried to create businesses when I was younger, even before this one. I had 2 failed businesses before the one I'm running now, which is successful. And it was crushing. And now I've identified the problems, and these are the same problems that are holding you back. These are the same problems that are holding back most men. And this isn't just any other self-improvement video. I'm just gonna go straight off the cuff and be real with y'all one-to-one, like if y'all were one of my friends. So first things first, I had to sacrifice a lot of free time. Video games, watching movies, watching TV shows, Netflix series, all of that had to go. All of that had to be cut out. Because if you work all the time, which I was working at Walmart when I started this successful business, believe it or not. I was a Walmart wage cuck. And in order for me to actually start the business, to be successful in the business, you can start a business and it crumbles because you're just fucking around and you're not putting in the work and you're not doing the things that you need to be doing. And that's why I say y'all gotta quit video games. Y'all have to quit watching TV every day after work. You have to sacrifice hanging out with your friends, going to the club. All these things have to be sacrificed, and I'm telling you, this is non-negotiable. Because the hours that you have after work, you're never gonna stop working that 9-to-5 job. If you're not building something, if you're not building your exit strategy to leave that 9-to-5 job, if you're too busy playing video games, smoking weed, watching TV, watching Netflix, hanging out with girls, going to the club, hanging out with friends, just doing activities that are purely for leisure, you're never going to leave that job because you're not going to have anything built up. You have to have something built up. You have to have either some sort of plan or building the business in silence as you're working that job. Slowly building that foundation so that you can leave, so that you know you can leave. Getting a few clients, replacing your cash flow from that job with what you're getting from your business. I had to do this. You have to put in extra hours after the hours you already worked. So you work a 10-hour shift at your job, 12-hour shift. When you get home, I don't care if you have an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours free, 30 minutes. Spend that time on your exit strategy from that business. Research. Think about what you want to do. Do you want to be a plumber, open a plumbing service? Do you want to have an online business, a YouTube channel? It depends on what you're looking for. But I guarantee you, man, you got to put in those extra hours into that venture or you're not going to be successful. Because the person that's putting in those hours, while you watch Netflix, while you play video games, while you play on Steam games, while you're doom scrolling, is going to beat you. The guy, 10 times out of 10, that's spending those 2 hours building his empire while you're sitting around and just coping. You've had a long day. Oh, so now you deserve to watch anime. No. You don't. If you want this, you have to sacrifice. You may have to sacrifice a relationship, a woman, a best friend, family members. You may have to get rid of certain family members. I'm serious. These are all things that happen to me. Now the next part. You have to want it so bad that it's like breathing. You have to be so fed up with life that you will do anything to make this successful. That you don't care if you fail. You've already accepted death. Basically, the fear of living a shitty, mediocre life, being a wage cook, outweighs the fear of failure is what you need to be successful. You have to burn the ships. You have to take that leap of faith. And you have to want it more than anything. You have to want to be successful more than anything else in the world. More than smoking weed, more than drinking, more than your girlfriend, more than your comforts, more than 8 hours of sleep. You have to sacrifice your sleep, sacrifice your free time, sacrifice literally everything to get it. No exceptions. You have to want this. You can't just kind of want it. You can't just, oh, maybe I'll get around to it. No, this has to be so important to you. This has to be, the desire has to be so strong that you're willing to do anything. That you're literally willing to do anything. Willing to take out loans, break the law, bend the rules. Whatever you have to do for the end goal, that you have to accept that. You literally have to accept that. You have to do things that you don't want to do in order to get to that. One day you're not just going to wake up and that business is running and it's successful and you're getting clients. No. You have to like literally manifest it, and not just manifest it, but put into action. You have to live, breathe, eat, think about this shit all day. It has to become your number one focus in your life. I shit you not. If it's not your number one focus, you're not going to make it. This is not for you if you're lazy, if you're going to give up, if you're not willing to stay committed. Hey, nothing personal, but it's not for you. If you are someone who's willing to put in the work and stay committed and not back out, who's willing to take a leap of faith, someone who's willing to do the things that you know you need to do, and that you want to do big things in life, this is for you. The third thing, you need to remind yourself why you're doing this and what is going to happen if you don't. If you don't lock in, they call this locking in now. I know it's a meme, but it's not bullshit. You have to lock in, and you have to tell yourself, and you have to understand what is the alternative. The alternative is working for someone else your entire life for the next 40 years and to be forgotten. Because you're just going to be someone else's worker. A worker bee, a worker ant. Do you want that? Do you want to be under some company's thumb for your entire life and then retire at 60? And then you're so old that you can't even fucking enjoy your money and then you die? No. If you feel like you're meant to be someone, meant for bigger things in life, big things, I mean, like, you have that thirst for greatness, this is for you. And that's going to be your how and your why. Your why is going to push you. Why am I doing this? Ask yourself, why do I want to do this? Why do I want to become free? Why do I want to work for myself? You need to ask yourself these questions, and you need to take this seriously. Because the other day, I just turned 25 years old. It literally felt like yesterday. I was in my classroom in school, 16, being a hooligan, waking up for school, going to my fast food shift, smoking weed with my friends, hanging out, talking to girls. And then one day I woke up and I'm 25 years old. And I know for a fact one day I'm going to wake up and I'm going to be 40. And the same thing's going to happen to you. You're not an exception. One day you will wake up and you're going to be 30. It's going to happen to me also. I'm going to wake up. I shit you not. I already know it. I'm going to wake up 4 years from now. I'm going to be 29. And I'm going to be like, damn, bro. I'm fucking 29 years old. If I stayed at Walmart, if I stayed working these shitty jobs, and I woke up tomorrow being 25 years old working at Walmart, I would be absolutely ashamed of myself. Absolutely disgusted. And this is why I say you have to put it all on the line. Because the pain of regret is much worse than the pain of sacrifice. I started this journey about 2.5 years ago, and I've already made it so far. And I'm only going to go farther. And that's why I say, there's a saying, guys. The best time to plant a tree is 10 years ago and now. Plant that tree right now. As you're watching this video, make a commitment to yourself. Don't think, oh, maybe I'll get around to it. Maybe I'll, when I get on top of things, when I get out of this job, oh, when I pay off this bills or whatever. No, guys. Do it right now. It doesn't matter. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. So take that first step. Write down the name of your business. Write it down right now. Write it on your wall. Put the name. Put what you want to do. And tonight, start making steps. Even if it's a little step. That's what I had to do. Dude, I literally had to do little by little. Build it from start to finish. Block by block. It was like a Lego set. You just see this pile of bricks, pile of Legos, right? When you start building the Millennium Falcon, you start with one block. Literally, little by little, you see it coming together. You build this component. Oh, that's the engine. Oh, this is the capsule where the pilot sits. And by the time you're done with that Lego set, you literally see that Millennium Falcon built in full. And you're so proud of yourself. And you feel so accomplished from doing it. Trust me, guys. You guys don't want to wake up 25, 30, 40 years old knowing that you could have done something with your life, but instead you chose comfort. Instead you chose to let fear rule you. You have to accept that either you're going to be successful in this venture or you're going to die trying. That there's no other alternatives. Either you're going to make it work, fail, try again, or literally die trying. Everything. You have to put everything on the line, and I mean fucking everything. Focus yourself on this goal. You have to do things that are not pleasurable. You're going to have to put yourself through a lot of pain, a lot of suffering, and a lot of learning. An exclamation point on the learning. I had to learn so much. So much. It's insane. And by doing it, you're learning even faster. That's the best form of learning, is by doing something. Listen, read, do, put it into action. Don't just, watch self-improvement content to make you feel good. No, do some shit right now. Go for a run. Put these steps into action right now. Take it from me. I'm not bullshitting you. I'm not here to bullshit you. I'm not here to tell you that, I'm as rich as Andrew Tate or whatever, or Hamza. But I'm here to tell you that I'm on this journey. And since I began this journey, my life has completely changed for the better. I'm my own man. I work for nobody but myself. And I'm so proud of that. I wake up every morning knowing that I serve my mission, that I serve my goals. And when you get on this journey of self-improvement and working for yourself, being an entrepreneur, improving your life, becoming a master, it becomes so much easier to put in the extra hours, because you're doing it for yourself. You're not doing it for someone else. You're doing it for you. You're working for your family. You're working for your future. You're working for what you want, for you, for your goals, and not for some corporation, or not some fucking greasy ass fast food manager, or not some dickhead who's in charge of you on a fucking construction site. No, you're doing it for you and only you. It's the best feeling in the world. I do not care if I have to work way fucking more than some average person. It feels so much better. It feels so much more liberating. And I already know that the end goal is so worth it. I need you to tell yourself, I refuse to live in fear. I refuse to work the next 40 years saving up some bullshit 401k when I might not even fucking see it. I could fucking die tomorrow. I need you to promise yourself that you're gonna go on this journey and you're gonna fucking give it your all. No ifs, ands, or buts. You know what you need to do. And that's the crazy thing. You know exactly what you need to do. You know what sacrifices you need to make. You know you need to put down that alcohol. You know you need to put down that fucking weed, that video game controller, that burger. You gotta cut out these fucking vices and just focus on one thing, and that's getting out the trap and locking in. So take it from me, guys. The grass is greener on the other side. Way greener. So much greener. If you want to live the life that you want, in short, with this video, what I'm telling you is I'm telling you to take control of your life. I'm telling you to stop letting limiting beliefs hold you back and take control of your mind and take control of your life and your soul. Don't let limiting beliefs and fear control you. Society tells you, oh, it's hard to start a business. It's hard to do this. Oh, you could fail. What if you fail? Oh, blah, blah, blah. Guys, I'm going to tell you a quick story. Last year, my car needed a part. I had to go to the Ford dealership. And I go in to get the part from the Ford dealership because they had it in stock. And there was this old man. And the part was kind of expensive. And me and him were talking about how expensive it was and how they go out of stock. And I told him, hey man, someone ought to make a business making these parts so that you don't have to pick them up from Ford. Because only Ford was making them. There's no aftermarket parts. And this old man working at the counter, he looked like he hated his life. And I joked that, oh, you know, maybe I'll start a business doing that, right? I didn't tell this guy that I was a businessman. And he looked at me, he's like, oh, it's too hard to start a business nowadays. Too many regulations. He literally looked at me and said that. And all I thought was, this guy's 80 years old. He's working at a Ford dealership in a cold warehouse. And his whole life, I bet you he had that belief that it's too hard to start a business, too many regulations. That's what's going to happen to you if you let beliefs like that control you. If you believe in your mind it's too hard to start a business, it's too hard to get healthy, too hard to quit weed, quit video games, quit porn, you're never going to quit. And you're going to live your whole life like that. You have to accept that you're imperfect and that you're a human and that your soul is imperfect, your mind is imperfect, and you have to accept that your way of thinking may be flawed and that you may have to work on it and you may have to change your beliefs to achieve the things that you want. Everyone wants a six-pack. Everyone wants to be handsome or skinny. Everyone wants to be healthy. But people believe that they don't have the willpower to become healthy, to get a six-pack, to become healthy, to lose weight. They think it's too much work. Oh, they can't do it because they're too busy. The same thing applies to business. People say, oh, I don't have enough money to start a business. I'm too busy to start a business. Like the old man said, oh, it's too hard. There's too many regulations. Like, what the fuck does that even mean? There's too many regulations. There's businesses everywhere. So how did they do it? And guys, I also want you to look at a lot of these business owners out here. A lot of them are not that smart. There's so many stupid business owners. There's so many idiots running businesses. People that aren't even morally good people. Corrupt people. Fat, overweight, stupid. That are running businesses, living their life successfully. So imagine if you lock in and you become the best person you could be, what you could do. What kind of freedom you can achieve. And that's exactly why I want to share this information with y'all. I see it every day. I see people rotting, sitting in their rooms, doing nothing, doom scrolling, depression, smoking weed every day, doing drugs, drinking alcohol, addicted to pleasure, addicted to comfort, addicted to the feeling of satisfaction, avoiding fear. These people are avoiding the hard things. And guys, listen to me right now. I do not want you guys avoiding pain. I do not want you guys avoiding discomfort. I do not want you guys avoiding introspection into your soul. I want you guys to discover how much power is really deep inside you, how much energy you can harness in order to reach your goals, because you have so much energy, you have so much fulfillment, so much potential inside you. We've all heard of potential energy and kinetic energy, right? You learned that in physics. I'm holding up this boot. This boot is stationary. It has potential energy. If it stays stuck right here, It's just going to sit. The boot's just a stationary object. This is what happens when you sit down, when you don't move. All this energy is here, but it's stuck. It's not moving. It's just suspended in space. When I let go of this boot, when it moves, it turns into kinetic energy. All it took was a little bit of energy to push it, to get it going. Just like a boulder sitting on the side of a cliff. That boulder is filled with potential energy. But that boulder needs to be pushed off of the cliff for that potential energy to be turned into kinetic energy. It needs something to push it to unlock all that hidden energy. And the same thing goes for you. You need to kickstart that energy. You need to find it within you, and you need to do something and put effort and actually work your ass off to expand it. So stop sitting around and stop procrastinating and stop bullshitting yourself and get the fuck out there and do something with your life. Stop fucking around and get serious. Because people that say you have all time in the world, you don't. You don't know that. You could die tomorrow. You don't have all the time in the world. I thought the same thing when I was younger, and I'm fucking 25, and I'm going to be 30 in a blink of an eye. And trust me, when I'm 30, I'm going to be happy that I put in the work. I'm going to look back and be like, you know what? I'm happy that I locked in and that I stopped fucking around. I'm not going to end up like all these washed up people out there, and neither should you. So, you either need to shit or get off the pot. If this video found you, it's for a reason. You gotta get serious, guys. The world is becoming more competitive every single day. And with inflation and everything happening in the world, you need to find a way to survive in this new world. The world is changing. AI, globalism is breaking down. People are becoming more competitive. Countries are becoming more competitive. Women are becoming more competitive. Men are becoming more competitive. And it's so easy to stand out from the crowd now. 90% of people are just on autopilot. If 100 people watch this video, I guarantee you 90% of them are not going to do shit. They would not follow this advice that I'm telling them, even though it's true, even though they know it's true. A lazy person that's sitting around destroying their life intuitively knows that what they're doing is not right, that it's wrong. They know that they're selling themselves short, but yet they accept that mediocre life because they don't have the willpower to get up and accept that what they've been doing this entire time is wrong and that they need to improve. And they need, guys, this is a conversation. When I discovered this, I had to have a conversation myself. My old personality had to die. I had to become reborn. I had to have a real tough conversation with myself. Many, many days, hours, weeks of introspection, asking myself questions. Asking myself if what I'm really doing is the right thing. And deep in my heart, I knew it was the wrong thing. That my whole life before this, that I was just doing what I felt was right, but what actually wasn't right. You know right from wrong, deep within your heart, deep within your soul. You know that you shouldn't be fucking around and doing things that you shouldn't be doing, and that you should be getting to work and building something and building a legacy and improving yourself and not leaving shit on the table. Don't let your dreams be dreams, right? I'm serious, guys. Like, You're gonna regret it if you fucking waste your life doing bullshit things, just to keep yourself busy. Don't bullshit yourself. Don't waste your life. You only have one. You only have one life. Please do not waste it. My only regret in this self-improvement journey is literally that I didn't start earlier. I would have been so much farther if I had started earlier, but I had my own challenges to overcome. And this is like the path of 1,000 steps. You're going to have to start this journey and overcome the challenges that are laying in front of you, whether it's addiction, whether it's you wasting your time, whether it's your circumstances. If you were born poor, had a shitty life, you have to conquer that. You have to conquer that and accept that you're starting a new chapter of your life and that you're leaving everything else behind. I'm going to let you guys go, but please like, subscribe, leave a comment. If you want me to talk about something that interests you, if you have a question, please let me know. I'm happy to answer it. This is Dark Warrior. Peace.